Welcome back to the channel. We are headed east from Utah and we just bought a brand new trailer. This is the new Alliance Delta travel trailer. I am fully loaded. We have, I don't know how much weight we have, and that's why we're doing this video. So I got the trailer weighed when I bought it from the dealer. I had nothing inside. I have a full tank of water, right? Propane tanks are pretty much full, and we have all of our gear basically inside of here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up my truck with diesel, and I'm going to go get the truck weighed first, and then I'm going to get the RV weighed with the truck. Let's go ahead and get started. You ready?
Whoop, whoop.
You guys ready? I guess not. Well, we have to be ready because we got like, how many hours we got? 17 hours? Maybe not that much. Something like that. We drove probably about 600 miles yesterday, I believe. Somewhere in that ballpark. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get diesel right here. One thing I like about out west, typically, because we're in Nebraska, right? I guess this is more central now. But there's always like an area where you can fill up your truck and not have to go to the truck stop area. I love that they do this. You don't really see this on the East Coast that much. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fill up. I'm pretty much at a half a tank. I did pretty dang good with fuel economy. I got 9.9 mpg, running about 73 miles an hour. And yeah, I'm happy with that. And especially when it's like 30 degrees outside too. I guess some people don't know, whenever there's a trailer park, you don't park next to the trailer. You don't at least park this close. Like, I could barely get my truck in here to hook up. I have to go at an angle, which kind of sucks. But I was only going for like 2 minutes too, to go get the truck weighed and fill up. But it is what it is, right? So this is some of the things you gotta deal with when you're towing a trailer. But I think I got it. I'm at a nice angle. Hope I don't hit my trailer. Just gonna turn in just a little bit more. Right there. I guess the best thing you could do is bring cones. I should be able to catch from there, and then that way you don't have to worry about people parking this close to you. But yeah, let's go ahead and hook back up and we'll get this truck weighed with the trailer, and we're gonna get down the road. We have probably about 900 something miles to go, which is not too bad. This is like the home stretch for me. So let's talk about this trailer. If you don't know, Alliance just came out with the Delta this year. It's their first travel trailer, and I think it's probably very much so one of the best so far that I've walked through, at least. And we've had great success with it. I mean, this is our first big trip, but you know, we've been able to kind of use it in our driveway. I mean, we've pretty much used everything on there except for the AC units because it's been too cold. But a lot of people might think a 32-foot travel trailer is fine to be pulled behind a half-ton truck, and I would even venture to say that that might be true in some cases, but I'm going to show you guys the numbers here in a second. But I want to talk about not using a weight distribution hitch. Now, I'm going to have my wife give her impressions too, because you're probably going to be driving today, I think. Even just for a little bit. I just want you to drive and see how you feel, because she's never towed any of our trailers.
Past the parking lot.
Past the parking lot, yeah, there you go. She's moved around the parking lot, but yeah.
I'm a pro in a parking lot.
Oh yeah, she's a pro in the parking lot, but yeah, like right now I'm going 73 miles an hour. Speed limit is 75. Last night I was doing about 80 miles an hour. And before someone gets on the comment section and say, you can't go that fast, the tires on the trailer are rated for 87. And last night, it was straight roads. It got windy. At one point, it got up to 40 mile, it was on the signs, 40 mile plus mile an hour winds, literally, which is crazy. And
so we slowed down.
We did slow down, but what were your thoughts? So we're not using a weight distribution hitch, and I know you don't really know what that is, but it's just basically a stability system that you can use like to help control sway. But how did the truck feel last night? Like
so I felt it.
Yeah.
Swaying and maybe like pulling, it just like was more shaky. We were also up like over 8,000 feet elevation, 40-mile gusts, and so I didn't like that feeling. Even when you drop down to like, he would drop down incrementally, so like 75, 70, 65. It's like you could feel and hear the wind.
It felt light. The truck started to feel light, like it was like literally getting picked up a little bit. So
yeah, so that made me nervous. I feel like I'm just used to having a fifth wheel, just that stability of having that over the bed and then connected with the truck. This I can tell like it is not connected to the truck in the sense of
how the fifth wheel is. Yeah. Having that weight on the tongue. Actually, can you pull out those papers really quickly? Because I want to just talk about this number first really quickly. So if you take the steer axle, that was 5,260 pounds without the trailer. With the trailer is 4,800 pounds. What's that math? It's 460. Oh, that's right there. 460 pounds. So in that case, the truck is definitely squatting. I can tell it is, but I don't feel like there's enough sway going on here that like I would need to get a weight distribution hitch. Now, I would recommend if you're going to be doing this type of traveling, like we're not going to be going that far in Utah. We might be going a couple hours here and there. But on a trip like this, I would almost recommend 100% a weight distribution hitch because of what happened last night. Last night, 40-mile-an-hour winds, and travel trailers just don't tow as good. And as you guys see, that weight that it takes off the front axle, that's a lot of weight. And if this was a half ton, we wouldn't have been able to continue to travel. Like it would have been too light of a truck. And like I said, like the wind was really starting to pick up the truck. You know, you could feel it. So that's why I always do these videos, so you guys understand some of the numbers. But I would say, yeah, if in the future, if I were to do this again, like go cross country, I probably would at least buy a weight distribution hitch for this type of towing. But I probably wouldn't use it all the time because, you know, traveling with 45 gallons of water, that's a lot of water too. And that water tank is, I think, for the axles. I think it's, you know, before them. And that's why I think you can see that in the tongue weight, because I think when we got the trailer weighed unloaded, it was 860 pounds. And I do have a lot of gear, and I'll show you guys in a second how much gear we have. We also have a lot of RV antifreeze for like the water lines too. So there's probably like 8, you know, 1-gallon jugs in the compartment right now too. So there's a lot of weight just for that too. So these are the things you have to consider. And online, they do not account for the propane tanks, batteries. So when you see those dry weights, they're kind of misleading. I think they shouldn't really show a dry weight, you know, without propane and batteries. And if you were to add solar and want to get an inverter and want to have 6 or 7 batteries, I mean, it's only going to make the trailer so much heavier. And I think in that case, if you get up to this kind of hitch weight, you're going to have to use a weight distribution hitch. I mean, you're guaranteed to use a weight distribution hitch with a half ton. Like, I would not tow this trailer with a half ton without a weight distribution hitch. It would just be too heavy for that type of truck. We just got to Nebraska. We just made a pit stop at Long John Silver's. And I just want to show you guys, like, we have a lot of stuff in the truck. By the way, I don't drive like this. I was taking a quick nap real quickly while my family got the food. And here is why the truck is so heavy. And I haven't shown you guys yet, but I'm going to show you the yellow sticker so you guys will see why the gross fuel weight is what it is. So my generator is full of fuel. I have my air pump from home. That is a propane heater with the little 1-pound tanks in there, and I have, I think it's like a 3 or 4 gallon tank. And here's, wow, here's all our stuff. You can't really see, but I have this full of electrical stuff, full of tools right there, all of our gear. And this is filled up too with a lot of stuff. All right, here's the other side. So I have like just a vacuum cleaner. Here's all that antifreeze right there. I use this for like dumping the black tank. I try to clean it out the best I can. More of those 1-pound tanks. 45 gallons of water, as I mentioned. There's a few things back there.
We don't need to put it out, do we?
What's that?
The slide?
Just put it out. I'd rather. Let's put it out. Oh man, that smells like Long John's for sure. Woo! Shoo-wee! But yeah, the RV is completely filled up. We have all our stuff in here. We have clothes all in the front in the small closets that they give you. And yeah, let's go take a look at the numbers, and then I will pretty much end this video. So here are the numbers on my truck. The gross axle weight rating in the rear is 6,600 pounds, and then the gross vehicle weight rating is 11,350 pounds. And as far as the curb weight goes, this truck is 8,495 pounds. Max payload is 2,854 pounds. That's what the yellow sticker says right there. All right. And if you care about the towing capacity, they're right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the yellow stickers. Now the first sticker here is just the truck. So you have the steer axle and the drive axle. And then this is the gross vehicle weight for the truck. Now that was with my family and my gear. Okay. This number here that I wrote down, 705 pounds. This is the difference between the gross vehicle weight and the curb weight. So we added about 705 pounds to the truck. That's including generator, all that good stuff. Down below, you have the truck and trailer. So you guys see the steer axle, it did reduce by 460 pounds. And then the drive axle is at 5,580 pounds. Remember, that hitch weight is why that went up, okay? And then the trailer axles are right there. And then this is the gross combined weight for the truck and trailer. Now I wrote here on the side, 1,180 pounds. If you take these two numbers, steer axle and drive axle, and subtract it from these two numbers here, that'll give you your hitch weight. So my total trailer weight is 8,360 pounds. So we're still under the gross vehicle weight rating for the trailer. I think it's like 8,800 pounds or something like that. And so you guys see I'm under the drive axle on the truck. So this was the rating for the truck, and then this is where we are. And so I think with a truck like this, if you take the gross vehicle weight rating and subtract it from the gross vehicle weight here, we only have less than 1,000 pounds of payload capacity left. If you are someone looking to tow a trailer like this behind a half ton, I would say 100% don't do it. Even a heavy half ton, and that's just a max tow half ton or even a Nissan Titan XD, I would just say this is just too much trailer. Sometimes you just have to go with a bigger truck. And I think a 3/4 ton with the longer wheelbase, the heavier platform, the more overbuilt framing, it's just the way you want to go. And even though we hit 40-mile-an-hour gusts, and I want to make sure that was clear, it wasn't 40-mile-an-hour winds, it was gusts. There was a few times where we had to slow down. Trust me, it got really squirrely. But once we got down to about 65 to about 60 miles an hour, it was fine. But if we were using a half ton, even with the weight distribution hitch, I guarantee you we would have probably had to pull over for the night. And my hitch weight's about 14% of the trailer weight. So that's not too bad. That's about where you want to be at. You want to be below 15% for a travel trailer. You want to be about 20 to 22% on a fifth wheel. And I'm okay with that number. Now, if this was a half ton, yes, I would have to get a weight distribution hitch to lower that, because 1,180 pounds is probably too much. But I bet you will still be over the axles and over the payload capacity unless you have a really base model half ton. And even then, you really want to tow this heavy and long of a trailer with a lightweight truck, I would want to. So just keep these things in mind. But hope this was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Got a video coming with wifey. She actually towed the trailer on the way home, and I can't wait for you guys to get her impressions. That was her first time towing, and it was kind of fun to kind of teach her how to get behind the wheel and pull a trailer. Peace.